breastcancer.org.
Minnesota's second best sports station is FM 96.7 KFAN Plus, KQQL HD3 Anoka.
Good evening and welcome to St. Paul, Minnesota, Grand Casino Arena, the site of the 82nd annual Minnesota State High School League Boys Hockey Tournament. So happy, so excited to bring it to you here on the Plus, on the Fan, and everywhere else, or however you're listening on iHeartRadio. With Danny Ryan, I'm Zach Halverson. We had a great Class A Wednesday. It's now Class 2A Thursday, the quarterfinals. 4 games ahead of us today. We will start with Gentry Academy in Minnetonka. Rosemount will battle Grand Rapids after this one. The evening session will kick off with Moorhead and Lakeville South, followed by Andover and Edina to cap off the Thursday night session of the tourney. Danny, we saw yesterday with Class A, all quarterfinals, all the top seeds advance. What do you expect for Class 2A? More of the same, or do you see some upsets on tap?
I see some upsets on tap. In the section playoffs for Class AA, we saw a lot of upsets, especially we have 2 5 seeds in sections coming into state. That's the first time since 1986, I believe, that happened. I think we're going to see some upsets today, or at least along the way in Class AA.
Hibbing and Mahtomedi tomorrow on the Plus starting at 11 a.m. Delano and Warroad will follow in their semifinal, decide who will make their way to championship Saturday. But for now, we head back to the quarterfinal round for Class 2A. Gentry Academy and Minnetonka kicking things off here today. Couple things on this. One, new quarterfinal schedule for the tourney this year. This game with the 1 seed would normally have been played at 6 o'clock. Instead, they've moved they've shifted around 1v8 to start, 4v5 after that, then it's 2v7, then 3v6. Your thoughts on the schedule change and giving the 1 seed the 11 a.m. slot to start things here in St. Paul?
Well, the rationale is to give the 1 seed more rest, but in the press conference with Mahtomedi yesterday, in the 4-5 press conference, I asked Coach Jeff Poschel from Mahtomedi what does he think of the change, now playing in that 4-5 game in the morning session, and he said, I wouldn't want to be the 1 seed. You don't get to watch anybody play. You got to be the first ones out there, and you got to shine, and that is tough. And so I think that's something to keep in mind with this game. Gentry is not a traditional 8 seed, and if Tonka's not ready, this could be a tough game.
And speaking of being ready, when's the last time these kids have played at 11 a.m.? Obviously, they can go to, wherever, Duluth, Roseau, whatever, and play an 11 a.m. tournament game on a Saturday. But at the high school level, you're not playing at 11 a.m. ever. It's very different, and it will be interesting to see, as you mentioned, how these teams come out of the gates flying, especially when you are the favorite in the skipper.
Yeah, when was the last time you woke up in high school before 11 o'clock?
Right.
This is something abnormal for these kids. And then you put the environment that is, the state tournament here in St. Paul, and it just gets so much more amplified. So we'll see how they respond, but it's definitely a wrinkle this year that's a twist on the norm.
We were looking into going into the sections. There were so many great teams, and then coming out of sections, so many of them fell. Rogers was certainly a favorite to be here. They, unfortunately for the Royals, will not be here. They dropped out in the semifinals. So now Minnetonka earning that number 1 seed with a 24-2-2 season. Tell us about the Skippers. How did they get here?
Well, they got here with section wins over Chaska in the quarterfinals, 8-0, Eden Prairie 4-1 in the section semifinal, and then Chanhassen 5-2 in the section final at Ritter. They kind of had an easier section breeze with Shakopee going down to Chan in the semifinals of section 2AA.
We called the game last Friday, KFAN Plus. It was the section 4AA final, an absolute shocker in which Gentry Academy, I would say even the bigger shocker, was the semifinal round of the Section 4AA tournament, in which we saw the Stars take down the Hill Murray Pioneers. First time since 2005 that Hill Murray wasn't in the section final, and now they come in, they go up against the Bears, who had a emotional semifinal of their own and against White Bear Lake, and they not only beat White Bear Lake, they shut them out 3-0.
Yeah, and this is a team, Gentry, that, they took down the section powers of 4AA to get here. So they are battle-tested. Their schedule doesn't look it right now when you see their regular season schedule, but really when you look at them right now and how they got here, beating Hill Murray, like you said, for the first time in 20-plus years, Hill not making it to a section final, this Gentry team is a team to watch out for.
Yeah, the word destiny starts to float around a little bit here. Just kind of, and it certainly, we were talking before the game, this doesn't seem like a traditional 1v8 where maybe you're talking running time or whatever. It definitely feels like the Stars will keep this one close.
I definitely think so. I think the Stars 2-3-4 check is going to give Minnetonka some fits. And Minnetonka's not a team that really scores a lot of goals. They don't have like the number one guy that they turn to. They score by committee, and they play a very well-structured game.
Well, if you don't score a lot of goals, you definitely need a lot from your goaltender. Tell me about Chase Jurdy.
Well, Chase Jurdy is one of the Frank Brismick finalists this year, coming into this game with a .927 save percentage and a goals against average of 1.56. This Tonka team's only let up 38 goals on the season, which is incredibly low considering this is their 29th game of the year.
I'm white bear math. I'm just trying to figure out how that even works out. How do you?
It's low.
That's just over a goal, allowing just over a goal a game, and actually Chase Jurdy's 1.56 goals against. Well,
tells you
do
that.
The math for me. On the other side, you got Gentry Academy. Gavin Gross, I would say, played a very solid game. It's weird to say you get a shutout in the section final. Normally that especially gets it in an upset. Normally that requires some acrobatic crazy saves for Gavin Gross, but I would say the stars last Friday were the defensive core that really helped the goaltender out.
Yeah, I think we were hyper focused on Nate Wilkie in that section final. He got both the goals, but he was also there on the backside blocking shots and everything in front of Gavin Gross. Gavin Gross comes into the game with an 89.8 save percentage and a goals against of 2.47.
My goodness. So certainly an interesting goaltending battle. Certainly not your traditional 1v8. They just started seeding 1 through 8 the entire field, last year. So, past years this would have been perhaps a random draw. Not the case. The coaches have decided that Gentry is the A seed. They will battle the number 1 seed Minnetonka Skippers in just a little bit. Still to come today at Rosemount and Grand Rapids following this one. The Thunderhawks, the Irish. Great to see the Irish back in the state tournament after a long, long wait.
Since Tier 1,
yes.
Tier 2 days.
Yeah.
And so, yes, it'll be exciting to see head coach Ricky Sainty's squad out there. And I expect there's going to be a good contingent of Irish faithful here for it.
And again, we mentioned earlier the Skippers of Moorhead, defending champions, taking on the Lakeville.
The Spuds of Moorhead.
What did I say?
The Skippers.
The Skippers. Moorhead, Minnetonka, they're the same thing.
Interchangeable.
Yeah, well, roughly the same logo, too. With that
very
block
close.
We love our block M's here at the tourney this year. Minnetonka, Moorhead, Montevideo. But, yeah, these Spuds will play host to Lakeville South as the 2v7 game. And then the nightcap, Andover and Edina. Should be a great day of high school hockey on tap here. All games today on FM 96.7 KFAN Plus and iHeartRadio. And it's all thanks to James Hardy, big fans, sponsoring our coverage this year of the tourney. Let's take a break. We will come back with the drop of the puck. It's the Skippers and the Stars. And the tourney begins next. The Class 2A tourney begins next right here on FM 96.7 KFAN Plus.
It's a new year. You deserve a new deck. You desire the best, so go with the best. And that's TimberTech and TimberTech.com. TimberTech is number 1 in premium decking and industry-wide the leader in design. You can choose up to 4 decking samples, and they'll ship them to you. So go to TimberTech.com to learn more, get those samples, and learn to love composite decking. It is TimberTech.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up. I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TODAY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
All right, fellas, 2 words for you. Prostate exam. Did your butt just clench up? Are you imagining the finger right now? Well, you can relax. Prostate cancer screening starts with a simple, finger-free blood test. Around 1 in 8 men in the United States will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. But that's no reason to reclench. When caught early, at localized or even regional stage, prostate cancer can have over a 99% 5-year relative survival rate. Did your tight end just relax? Good. If you're 40 or older and have a prostate, visit RelaxIt'sABloodTest.com to find out if a PSA blood test is right for you. The PSA blood test can be the first step in screening. Talk to your doctor to evaluate your risk, determine when to get tested, and discuss screening options and next steps. That's RelaxIt'sABloodTest.com. Sponsored by Novartis.
And who really wins. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search 40s and free agents, and listen now.
I expect it to be a lot easier.
I didn't know what's...
I expect it to be a lot easier.
I didn't...
Back to the herd, Back to the herd, Colin Cowherd. Live now on the free iHeartRadio app and FM 96.7 KFAN+.
Well, normally it's the herd. Instead, we're going to have high school hockey. It's the Tourney on the plus with Danny Ryan. I'm Zach Halverson, about to drop the puck. Minnetonka going from right to left across your iHeartRadio app in their white jerseys with blue trim, black jerseys with red trim for the Gentry Academy Stars. And here we go. The Tourney Class 2A tournament is underway here in St. Paul at Grand Casino Arena, and the Skippers have won the faceoff. They'll fire the puck deep into the Stars, and the Stars looking for a quick breakout here. Wilkie is run into as he lost the puck, and the Skippers will take over. Jordan Johnson back towards the blue line, pressing along the boards with Browning, but it gets past him. Now the Stars have some numbers as they enter the zone, but a saucer pass had a little bit too much sauce as it flies into the corner. Swung around the wall near side, kept in by the Stars as they work it to the left corner, and then the battle continues on the far wall there. But an interesting start to this one, Danny, first 40 seconds. Both teams getting control of the puck, and the Stars nearly broke free for a odd man rush there.
Stars look comfortable right now, which is a good sign for at least a close game in a 1-versus-8 matchup, and that's what you want if you're looking for an upset for Gentry.
Red, white, and blue theme for the Minnetonka student section here today, and the Skippers try to swing around the puck there. A shot directed aside by Gavin Gross, taken by Cash Hardy. Behind the Gentry Academy goal now, the puck played out to the blue line, kept in by Chiminar, and he'll fire it off the back wall, bounces near side toward the blue line, does just escape the zone, so the Skippers have to touch up. That allows the Stars an easy out, and it's Zabrock in for Gentry Academy from right to left, fires one from the point. It's a body, goes to the corner, swung around the far wall here now, and out to neutral ice it goes. Gentry takes over at their own blue line, near side into the zone. McCoskey is driven hard into the walls. He pushes it down behind the goal. Centering pass out high here for McCoskey with a shot that's blocked by the Skippers in front. It goes to the corner. Minnetonka picking up the loose change. They'll slide it along for Haffer. Haffer goes to his right, and up the ice comes Minnetonka into the zone, right wing side. It's Chartier. He'll send one wide of the Gentry Academy goal. Ricochets back toward the blue line where it's pushed back down deep behind the Gentry Academy net. Handling now on the right wing side. It's Lindsay. He'll have to go backwards with it. Elliott Schultz forced to regroup in his own end for Minnetonka before it's wristed forward and then deflected deep at the red line by Minnetonka into the Gentry Academy end. 2 minutes, 22 seconds gone here in the first period. Gentry Academy working their way up in a scoreless hockey game. Falling down to the ice. Maybe some help there was Elliott Schultz, but the hands stay down here in the far corner of the Minnetonka end. Off the back wall, connects with Connor Tafe for the Skippers. Tafe slings it through, no receiver there. Goes for an icing. 14-18 to go, period number one. Still scoreless between Gentry Academy and Minnetonka.
Still shotless as well in this game. It's a true feeling out process in the first couple of minutes. And again, this is where it gets tense. If you're the number one seed coming into the tournament and you got to play the first game, you haven't seen any upsets. You haven't seen anybody cruise along so far. And you got to come out there and set the tone for the higher seeds.
Skipper goaltender Chase Jurdy looks to his left, watches his team win the face-off, and they'll immediately clear it out to center. And met there by Gentry Academy, swung back behind the Skipper goal, near side corner, flip forward, and another icing for Minnetonka.
Minnetonka's not a team that ices the puck very often. We talked in pregame, they're a very structured team. So when you see structured teams start to ice the puck, that means the other team's giving them fits. And the Gentry's kind of having the advantage right now, even though there's no shots on net.
Face-off won by Minnetonka. They'll clear it down the ice, and if the boys of 216 were here, they would be chanting, "We love icing," and they'd be very happy about the 3 consecutive icings now we've had here by the Skippers, but that's exactly kind of what you want if you're Gentry Academy.
Yeah. You want to break up the play. You want to cause fits to Minnetonka. It looks like the refs are going at center ice. They're not going to call it icing. This is going to be a center ice face-off.
Let's say it must have clipped some Gentry Academy star along the way. So face-off on the center ice. Minnesota Wild 25th season logo here at Grand Casino Arena. And officials say somebody did not do that face-off right. We'll do it again, and that one is clean, and another face-off win for the Skippers. They will bring it back in their own zone before working it forward to the star blue line. Turned over, back in. Here's Gentry Academy, left side, shot turned away. Nice little poke check there by Jurdy, deflecting that rebound out of harm's way. And at the half wall, the Skippers control. Working across their own zone now, out of their zone. It's Hardaker. Hardaker working in. He'll try a wraparound. It's loose in the blue paint, but the Skippers can't handle it, and it's cleared out by Gentry Academy, but certainly the best opportunity we've seen so far today.
Tate Hardaker, defenseman, has already 8 goals on the year. He is a force to be reckoned with. Actually, I might think he has more than 8 goals. He has 12 goals on the year. And as a defenseman, that's impressive. He is a big body defenseman, too.
Another icing for Minnetonka. And we'll have another draw here in the Minnetonka zone. 13-12 to go, first period. Both teams now with a registered shot on goal. And the Skippers win another big face-off here as they'll immediately send it up the ice. It goes off the stick of Betzold, and he'll get a handle on it finally, work it up the near side, bouncing puck corralled, and then pushed along by Jackson Cook. He's dangerous. He'll give it along to Bois, but Bois carries it in offside. We failed to mention Jackson Cook and his incredible year so far, coming close to 60 points now, 30 goals, and 26 assists.
Yeah, sophomore sensation, really. And we saw him have a very nice game against White Bear Lake in the section final. It was not on the score sheet, but he's hard to keep off of it with 33 goals on the year.
Draw again, won by Minnetonka. The Skippers cross their own blue line, and then from one blue line to the other, they lose it as they enter the zone. Liam Schultz had it for just a moment. He'll try to get after it, but instead it's stolen away by Gentry Academy. The Stars off the near side wall. It's swung around by Jackson Cook to the far side. Cook is going to go get it himself as he'll handle it over for Corba. Corba will drop it down low behind the skipper's net, rimmed around the wall to the half wall. And then out of the zone again comes Minnetonka. Liam Schultz puts on the brakes in front of his own bench and then backhands one down. It will not go for an icing as it'll be controlled by Brandon Bois. His 100-foot pass at the red line stolen away by the skippers. They'll backhand it to the far side. Now they'll regroup. And Minnetonka up the ice. It's Tafe. He'll handle it in, and the Stars will retreat this time in their own end to pick up the puck. At the blue line, kept in by Gavin Carl. Carl lost it. Ritzenaya for Gentry Academy sends it deep into the Minnetonka end. Raced after here, picked up by the Stars. Reversing direction there was O'Connor. He'll get it to Ritzenaya, who tried to center. Knocked back to the point. A shot redirected just wide of the goal by the Stars. As Gentry Academy now with a decent forecheck before Minnetonka clears it out to center. On a change is Minnetonka. Stars trying to take advantage from right to left on his backhand, then brought down nicely. Good effort by O'Connor, just couldn't close, and that allows Minnetonka to take up the puck over. Here's Jordan Johnson firing it in. Rebound saved by Gross. Great job there by Gross, stacking the pads there and making the stop.
Yeah, definitely there. Really quick rebound opportunity and squeezed the puck and just got that save as Tonka goes back.
Again, Johnson with a shot turned away and held on by Gavin Gross. It is 10:50 left in the first period, and Gross coming up big here for his Stars.
Yeah, Tonka really getting some rebounds there right away off of Gavin Gross. Trying to create some opportunities right in the slot, was unable to. In the last save, Gross just basket catch that on his stomach. He's going to have to work on smothering the puck. It's a hard rink to do so just because of all the NHL dimensions that kind of play into a factor here.
Draw push to center by the Stars, but Minnetonka steals it right back. Liam Schultz, but then he's pickpocketed by the Stars, and Gentry Academy will fire it deep behind the skipper goal. To the half wall, bouncing puck, settled down here, controlled out by Schultz. He'll cut his way through neutral ice from left to right, drops it back, then a shot by saved by Gross. Rebound picked up by the Stars, and then their clearing attempt taken away by Minnetonka before it's flipped up in the air and fired deep into the Gentry Academy end. Getting there first behind the goal is Cash Hardy. He'll try to center. It's bounced around here. The dot. Hardy again with the shot. Gross makes a save as he directs it to his right. The rebound picked up by Minnetonka as they continue to control it to Lindsay from left to right. Lindsay driving in off the crossbar, bounces off the bar and goes all the way back out to neutral ice. What a great look for Minnetonka, but the iron untied.
Yeah, Gavin Gross right now for Gentry is fighting it as we go into the first TV timeout.
9:51 to go, period. Number one here in St. Paul. It's a scoreless affair. The Gentry Academy Stars, the Minnetonka Skippers. We continue next on FM 96.7 KFAN, The Plus.
The first time I met Mike Bryant, I felt an immediate connection.
Lisa Riley for Bradshaw and Bryant.
I was looking for an attorney to represent me against the Veterans Administration in a wrongful death case. My son Jordan was medically retired from the Marine Corps. He had epilepsy and desperately needed a change in his medication. After waiting for 70 days to see a neurologist, my son passed away from a seizure. Mike Bryant was truly empathetic to me and my family. He always kept me informed when there was communication from the VA. I was impressed that he made himself available whenever I had concerns or questions. We settled with the VA, and I was very comfortable with that decision. I would recommend Bradshaw and Bryant to anyone. In fact, I've already recommended them to a friend who was in a car accident. Mike Bryant is an exceptional attorney.
I'm Mike Bryant from Bradshaw and Bryant. I hope you never suffer the death of a loved one that's been caused by someone else. But if you do, make sure to get the help you need.
Find Bradshaw and Bryant, personal injury attorneys at minnesotapersonalinjury.com.
If you need a new appliance, this is your sign. Shop at Lowe's now to get up to 35% off and next day delivery on hundreds of major appliances. A new appliance now means an easier to-do list later. Our best lineup is at Lowe's. Valid through 3/18 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Order by 4 p.m. Available Monday through Saturday. Subject to availability. Fees, exclusions, and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/appliance delivery for more details.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Welcome back to St. Paul. 9:51 to go. Period number 1. Minnetonka and Gentry Academy still scoreless with Danny Ryan. I'm Zach Halverson. And Danny, we'll talk about it right now. We'll probably bring it up as the weekend goes on, but it's definitely a factor. The TV timeouts aren't as big of a factor when they used to have 3 of them a period, but just having one of them, and when you have a shortened bench as you might, certainly does it help the team that's perhaps the underdog, or does it help the team that's the favorite?
You know, I think it has more of an effect in the Class A field, especially when they're not as deeper. So I would say it helps the underdog, especially when you have a strong top line that Gentry has here.
Shots 5-1 in favor of Minnetonka, but the Stars here pressing as the puck is loose in the slot area, cleared out by Minnetonka, and here comes the Skippers. Right wing side, driving in at Chiminar. He'll drive around the goal, takes a hit, loses the puck. Gentry Academy separates that puck, and now they'll work their way in left side. A shot hits a stick, it carries over the glass and out of play. 9:22 on the clock, still 0-0.
And Mason Schemenauer there for Minnetonka, the sophomore defenseman, got an invite to try out for the National Development Program. That stuff just got released this week, 2 weeks early, so nice to see that invite. Congratulations, Mason.
Busy week. I'll tell you, I went to the Wild played last year on that Sunday, and of course with Leo Gabriel being one of the Frank Grimsik Award finalists. It was you look at these players who have to come back Sunday morning for that Mr. Hockey Award banquet and everything. Oh my goodness,
that's a long week.
That's a long week, especially the Moorhead Spuds were there, like having to like.
Yeah, I remember talking to Mason Kraft after that. It was like, have you slept yet? No.
Yeah, no. Oh, man.
And Moorhead's got 2 Mr. Hockey finalists on their squad this year, so theoretically they'll have another long week.
They can sleep on the bus ride home. Plenty of time for that. I mean, I know there's so much to look at on 94 between here and in Moorhead, but we continue on here. The Skippers working their way in. A shot, Gavin Gross dropping down, and it's a little shortstop save there, dropping that glove down and hanging on.
That was a good save for Gavin Gross in the sense that he smothered it. That was one of the first saves in a while that did not have a rebound opportunity. He's going to have to continue to do so. Tonka's been really aiming for these rebounds and looking for the chances afterwards.
Yeah, that one earmarked for the left pad. Instead, it stops play. Face-off won by the Skippers. Dangerous opportunity here. A shot and another glove save for Gavin Gross. Stepping up there, the captain for Minnetonka, Danny Browning, has 3 goals on the season, was looking for number 4, but found the glove instead of Gross.
Danny Browning got all the way down to the hash marks there when he took that shot. They're really trying to close the space and collapse in front of Gavin Gross. They're noticing the rebounds, and they're smelling blood in the water.
Certainly better start first half of the period for Gentry Academy than what has happened recently, as the Skippers certainly finding their game, but Miko Ruiz for Gentry Academy will play it back deep into the Minnetonka end. The Skippers swarming now. Schultz, quick pass out. Chasing after it is Hardy, but he's beaten to the puck by Ruiz for Gentry Academy as he works it back out to center. Skippers will carry it immediately back in, but they collide there as Lindsay had the puck for a moment, gets some support though, and the puck is sent in, and then a quick one-time shot off the side of the Gentry Academy cage. Skippers keeping the pressure going. Loose puck battle won by the Stars, at least for a moment, but a great pickpocket by Lindsay. And Danny, just every time you think Gentry Academy is going to have some room, you're just seeing why the number one seeded Skippers were seeded number one. They are able to close so quick.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks like Colby Mikowski for Gentry has not had a stick for at least a minute of that as the puck goes down for an icing, and a well-timed icing by Gentry just to have their team regroup. We have a broken stick and a missing stick. Good icing just to get everybody off the ice. And in high school hockey, different than NHL, you can shift out your players so you're not penalized by icing that way.
Face off to the right of Gavin Gross for Gentry Academy. 17-9-2 this year, the Stars entering today. And then a couple of quick saves here by Gross, and then didn't know where it was. A quick return pass out in front, and Ethan Sturgis couldn't get it on goal. But again, just so quick were the Skippers there. It looked like they're going to go around the net. Instead, just a quick pass back out in front and kind of handcuffed Gross.
It looked like another good rebound opportunity for Tonka as Gavin Gross with another save. That one bobbled a little bit as well. Shots now 8-3 in favor of Minnetonka. They're like sharks out there. There's blood in the water, and they smell those rebounds.
And obviously the toughest part, especially when you're a favorite, an odds-on favorite here, not only for the game but for the tournament for Minnetonka, you have to close.
Yeah.
And until you finally get that one past the goaltender, I don't think you're ever really truly comfortable.
Well, and we talk about it a lot. You got to make hay when the sun's shining. You got to score when you have the opportunities to score. In this tournament, it's very important to do so.
Minnetonka controlling it in the Gentry Academy end. It's Liam Schultz looking for options. Goes to his right, and then a shot taken by Aronson is blocked. Rebound, score! The Skippers strike first. It's Cameron Merrick. 1-0 Minnetonka.
Actually, I think that's Cash Hardy, the sophomore. Again, rebound goal. Popped out right in front to Cash Hardy, and he just found a corner as we look for the replay. It was right in the slot, and he was fighting his way with the defenseman of Gentry the whole time. Puck jumps out at him, goes topside blocker. Right place, right time, but they have noticed, Minnetonka being, that these pucks are not getting handled right away by Gentry, and they are waiting for these rebounds.
Just spun around, and puck just was right there, right place, right time, but keywords there, right place, and got to go to the net, got to be in front of the net, and that's goal number 17 now for Cash Hardy of the season.
It really seems like that has been Minnetonka's game plan coming in, is watching for rebounds, and they have cashed into it on that with Cash Hardy's goal.
See how Gentry Academy responds on it. Here comes Minnetonka, right side shot carries over the Gentry goal. Kept in on the near side by Haffer. He'll swing it back behind. Chardy with the shot. And the play continues here for the Skippers in the near corner. Gentry Academy stealing it away. They'll flip it to center. And at center ice, the Stars will work their way in. A shot blocked. Rebound picked up in the slot area, but carried out of harm's way by Minnetonka. They'll slide it up the ice here. It's Haffer. They'll drive it deep into the Gentry Academy end. Stars flip it up. They hit a skipper en route, and the puck goes back deep into the Minnetonka zone. It's Danny Browning with it for Minnetonka. Rips it forward for Renau, and then Renau goes it along, and then a quick shot by Sturgis is directed aside by Gross. Another weak angle, loose puck, rebound, still jamming at it, still loose, and the Stars are able to clear it out of danger, but the Skippers continue to storm the Gentry Academy goal. Now here's the Stars' right side shot. It's hit a stick along the way and then bounced softly behind the Skippers' goal. The Stars had it for a moment, intercepted by Sturgis for Minnetonka, and he'll work it out to center before it's dropped back in for Hardiker, who will work it near side to some open ice, picked up by the Stars, fired toward the goal, blocked in front Grabbed quickly by Lindsay and carried out now by Renau. Renau will work his way in for Minnetonka on his backhand, poked off his stick as he meets Nate Wilkie behind the Gentry Academy goal. Stars try to clear it out. Dribbling puck, poked along with some speed on the right side. Here's Wilkie with a shot that's blocked there. Wilkie had 2 of the 3 Gentry Academy goals in the section final. Now the Skippers back the other way. They can't get the shot off there as it's cleared back out to center. And it's Hardy now with it at center ice for Minnetonka. I mentioned Nate Wilkie, 2 goals of the 3, the non-empty net goals for Gentry Academy in that section final. And scoring can come from some pretty interesting places. And for Gentry Academy, that defenseman Nate Wilkie, very, very solid. And the reason they're here today.
Yeah, Gentry did a really good job against White Bear Lake, taking shots from the point. Nate Wilkie cashing in on those with the 2 goals. But we haven't seen that so far from the Stars in this matchup, as they only have 3 shots on goal so far.
Pass. Here come the Stars with a shot, and it's blocked away. Rebound sent out in front. Great individual effort by Corba. Just couldn't get it to go. The secondary pass almost more dangerous than the initial shot, but the Stars couldn't get a handle on it. Skipper's able to slow things down. They'll work behind their goal and set up shop there. Gavin Carl directing traffic, but certainly the best opportunity we've seen for Gentry all night.
Yeah, that was probably their first grade A chance. It doesn't look like they're registering that as a shot, but it was a really good opportunity as the penalty's coming up on the Stars.
Yeah, the Stars will touch up there, and I believe we'll
tripping
ball.
It looks like on Stars number
Everett
20.
Nelson heading to the box for Gentry Academy for tripping, and just was going to get beat, kind of stuck his leg out there, knee to knee, and might be lucky just to get away with a tripping there, not perhaps something worse. So
Minnetonka coming into the tournament with a power play at 22.9%, which is a little bit low. The Gentry Academy penalty kills at 85.2%.
Special teams, certainly a big part of the both teams' success here this season. And now the Skippers will win the face-off here with the man advantage in the Gentry Academy zone. Work to Browning on the right side. Browning cuts from right to left, goes back down low with the puck, and then a centering pass, one-time shot wide of the Gentry Academy goal. The Stars able to grab that loose puck and muscle it back down the ice to clear out to kill off the first 30 seconds of their penalty kill. Minnetonka with the puck. Danny Browning to his right. Into the zone come the Skipper. Pass across, broken up briefly by the Stars, but the Skippers get it back. They'll slide it to the corner. Cleared to the blue line, then goes off of the skate of Hardiker and goes all the way back deep into the Minnetonka end. So good first half of the penalty kill for Gentry Academy. The bad news is still 1 minute left of this power play for Minnetonka as the Skippers work their way up the ice. Right side, down to the left, driving to the slot area, but keeping with the puck is Liam Schultz. Couldn't get the shot off, was maybe looking to angle one. Now a backdoor pass denied by Gross. Aronson there in the back door trying to shovel it in. Now it's Schultz at the top of the circle, down low for Aronson. Bodies collide. Gavin Gross has all sorts of traffic on top of him. The lights go off there for the goal lights. I don't think we're going to get a goal here, but regardless, the Skippers and the Stars crashing the net quite literally.
I think if the puck would have went in there, they would have called that goaltender interference, but the grade A chance for Max Arnson right on the doorstep, took a slap shot, but just a little bit in too close on Gavin Gross, and Gavin Gross with a great save. Again, having a good period, even though letting only 1 goal in.
30 seconds to go in the power play, and Minnetonka can't control a pass back to the point. That allows the Stars to watch it go all the way down the ice. So 22 seconds remain with the man advantage. 1 minute, 45 seconds to go in the first period. It's 1-0 Skippers as they enter the zone with the puck left wing side. It's Gavin Carl. He'll rim it around the wall, far side. Goes all the way back to the blue line for Elliot Schultz to pick up there. Schultz goes to the right corner. Gets it back at the point. Schultz to his right. Gets it right back again. Schultz fires a shot, blocked by some bodies in front, skipped out to center. Out of the box comes Nelson, trying for a quick rush here. Nelson keeping with it on his backhand. Still with it is Everett Nelson as he battles with Schultz in the corner. Got it back behind the goal now. Gentry to the blue line with it. A shot blocked out in front. Schultz steals it away, and it's cleared out to the far wall where it's sent to the blue line, kept in by the Stars for a moment. Getting brought down there was O'Shea. He draws a penalty, and with 59.1 seconds remaining in the opening frame, Gentry Academy now going to go on the power play after killing off a Minnetonka power play.
Tripping is the call. Stats on the power play. Gentry Academy is 28.8% on the power play, and Minnetonka on the penalty kill coming in at 79.3%.
Credit to Everett Nelson there, coming out of the box and then working very hard down there with it. I think maybe it led to some frustration on the Minnetonka side, and that sends Liam Schultz to the penalty box. But a big opportunity here with under a minute to go. But another face-off win by Minnetonka. They have been so good in the face-off circle, and just like that, as they clear the puck down, first 10 seconds or so of this crucial power play for Gentry Academy goes away. This will carry over to the second period if they don't score. As Gentry Academy fighting their way into the Minnetonka zone for a moment, the puck stolen and cleared back to the Gentry blue line. Now with a half minute to go in the first period. Everett Nelson puts on the brakes as he enters the Minnetonka zone. Tried to feed it down low, but it's stolen back by Merrick. And the Skippers again send it down the ice. So 20 seconds remain in a very fruitless power play to start this power play at least. Here 12 seconds ago, the Gentry Academy Stars out of their zone with the puck. One last rush here before the horn. Driving in. Skippers steal it away. Browning will kill off the remaining seconds, and we head into the first intermission with Minnetonka leading Gentry Academy by a score of 1-0.
Minnetonka with the majority of the chances in that period. Shots to finish the period 15-3 in favor of the Skippers. But there was flourishes of Gentry there where if they have enough life coming into this next period, there could be something. Tonka, though, that rebound game was excellent, and they were on that every single time Gentry's goaltender Gavin Gross let one up.
You can't make too many, obviously, adjustments in the intermission, but if you're Gentry Academy, what would you change about that first period?
Settle the puck on every shot. Obviously, Tonka, as we said, for that whole period, they're going after rebounds. Settle the puck, smother it. Defensemen, clear the puck out of the way. Just get it out of harm's way, and let's live the fight another day.
It was Cash Hardy cashing in the first period. That's the difference so far. 1-0. Minnetonka leads the Gentry Academy Stars. The power play carries over 61 seconds with the man advantage to start period number 2 for Gentry Academy. We'll take a break. We'll come back, recap the first, get you set for the second. It's the Tourney on the Plus, FM 96.7 KFAN, the Plus.
Connection is what keeps us grounded. It brings us together, lifts us up, and helps us feel our best through life's ups and downs. That belief is at the heart of 1 Million Strong, a community built around connection, belonging, and mental wellness for all. Because no matter what we're facing, when we support each other, we grow stronger together. So let's show up for one another. Join the community. Go to 1millionstrong.com to learn more and get involved. We're in this together.
For M&N Sports, I'm Kevin Falmus. The Golden Gopher men got whomped last night by Indiana. 77-47 was the final score in the second-to-last game of the regular season.
Well, I mean, it's, obviously it was a good old-fashioned, what kicking, in every way. And I think, we knew and explained to our team, this team was going to come out desperate here tonight. Obviously not, the fact that we beat them was one thing, but they're playing for their NCAA tournament lives. It's senior night. They were going to be really emotional, and they were going to take the fight to us.
That's Nico Medved. The regular season comes to a close Saturday against Northwestern at Williams Arena. The NHL is making their way to tomorrow's trade deadline. Already the Wild have been busy sending a second-round pick in 2028 to Nashville for 6'6" center Michael McCarron.
He brings a lot, and face-offs are one element of his game that we really like. Heinze's had him before, so that's there's some comfort there with the coach and the player, which I think is good. But yeah, face-offs are something we've been needing to improve and looking to improve, and I think Mike has the ability to be a real good face-off guy and on the penalty kill too.
The trade deadline is tomorrow at 2. The Wild are in Vegas tomorrow night at 9. The Gopher men's hockey team has their final regular season series starting tonight against Michigan State. Bob Motzko is hoping to send the senior class out on a high note.
We're going to honor 5 seniors and had a whole lot of success in our program. And for whatever our year's been, those guys they've given their heart. They've been terrific. Haven't wavered one bit. And so Saturday night it will be special for them and their families because they've been a big part of a lot of big things for us.
No, Bob, it's a Thursday and Friday series starting at 7 o'clock tonight on the U of M campus. Kevin Fallness, M&N Sport.
Pronto Heating is hiring service technicians.
Not your everyday run-of-the-mill techs, little brother.
That's right, Wade. We're looking for people that hustle.
Flash fast.
To be the best, you got to know your stuff.
We're constantly learning and training.
So we can repair any furnace or air conditioner out there.
It takes dedication and relentless hard work to be a Pronto tech.
Which is why we'll pay you really well.
Give us a call. Let's talk.
Or apply online
at prontoheat.com.
It's Arthur's Jewelers' 20th annual wedding band event, March 3rd through 7th. Thousands of styles await in a fun, expert-guided experience. Arthur's pays your sales tax, plus get free diamond stud earrings with purchase. Enjoy celebratory sips and sparkle, and find the rings you'll wear forever at Arthur's Jewelers.
Portions of the following program will be recorded.
Pronto Heating is hiring service technicians.
Not your everyday run-of-the-mill techs, little brother.
That's right, Wade. We're looking for people that hustle.
Flash fast.
To be the best, you got to know your stuff.
We're constantly learning and training.
So we can repair any furnace or air conditioner out there.
It takes dedication and relentless hard work to be a Pronto tech.
Which is why we'll pay you really well.
Give us a call. Let's talk.
Or apply online
at prontoheat.com.
Hey, it's Corey Cove. I put LASIK off far too long. I had 15 years of contacts. So if you've been putting off LASIK, make this the day that you reach out to OVO LASIK and Lens. They have the Legends of LASIK, Dr. Mark Lobanoff and Dr. David Whiting. They offer $500 off LASIK, and they always offer the best price guaranteed on LASIK in the Twin Cities. And they have 24-month interest-free financing. So if LASIK is something you've been putting off, then maybe this is your moment. To see your best, see the best. OVO LASIK and Lens. Schedule now at ovoi.com.
Minnesota's second best sports station is FM 96.7 KFAN Plus KQQL HD3 Anoka.
Welcome back to St. Paul with Danny Ryan. I'm Zach Halverson. 1-0. Minnetonka leads Gentry Academy after one period of play. It's the Tourney on the plus thanks to James Hardy. And Danny, there was just talking with Peter Hodney, who's awesome. And that's the high school hockey media world. And speaking of that, by the way, I want to give our best to David LeVake, who regular guest on our coverage here over the years on the Tourney, and he's dealing with some obviously very tough health challenges, and it certainly left a void up here. He has been one of the best to cover this the high school hockey tournament among other high school sports. It's a thankless job. A lot of where you got the beat writers for, the professional teams. We have this luxury of sitting in this nice press box. Guys like David LeVake, who, we obviously know. Going to those high school arenas very well. It's not as comfortable. It's a lot of, he talked a lot about how he, having to file stories, in his car, because they closed down the arena. Like it's a thankless job, and I think if you at all enjoyed Star Tribune's coverage of high school sports over the years, chances are that was David LeVake behind it. Such a good dude, and we wish him the very, very best, because I'll tell you, it is. He was here yesterday. I understand, but we miss his coverage. We miss his work, and
just miss him.
Yeah, miss him as a human being. So.
Yeah, I always tried to make him smile. That was always just if I could make Dave laugh, I knew it was a good joke.
No, he's like I said, he regular intermission guest, and we always look forward to shooting him a text and him coming up to the booth and us having some fun down here. And love you, David, and I wish you all the best in your health. And, as we come back here to the tourney, looking at the Stars down 15-3 in shots, but only down a goal. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, Ida almost would take it at this point, right?
Yeah, keep it close.
Yeah.
This is a 1-8 matchup. The longer you can keep it close, if you're the 8th seed, it benefits you because sticks start to get tighter, and the crowd's filling in during the crossover between both of these games too.
It'll be interesting to see which side the crowd favors as the game goes on. I know a lot of people like the underdog.
Yes,
but a lot of other people don't like that private. I mean, is it charter school, which kind of gets lumped in with the private side?
I would assume so, right?
So it'll be interesting. But then it's like, how do you? The skippers are just like they're the diet cake eaters, I guess. If you could say,
diet cake eaters,
right below the.
Any late conference team, I don't think gets a lot of love when they go to the tourney.
I mean, I think what Rogers is building eventually, they might be the new.
Wow! You're throwing out Rogers under the bus.
They got a lot of work to do still, but they are. I mean, that was a hell of a season that they put together.
100% back-to-back seasons after graduating that whole top line last year. That put up all the points, and then to come back and be number one in the state and down the stretch, beat Moorhead, beat Minnetonka. It's impressive to see what Rogers is doing up there. And, of course, Coach Brown is doing a fantastic job, too.
Speaking of coaches, I mean, Minnetonka, you know their coaching staff very, very well. This is a very well-coached team that you talk about rebuilding, reloading, all that. I don't know. It doesn't really – obviously, it helps with the talent that they have. But as we know this year, this was not the easiest team in the high school sense to coach because you don't have any big stars. You got to really, dig deep and pull everybody up, and that's what Goldie's done here.
Yeah, Coach Goldworthy's had a fantastic season again. But, I mean, it seems like again and again since he came to Minnetonka, he's putting out the best product on the west side of the metro along with Edina. They are just continuing to pump out really strong players. Ethan Sturgis is committed to Dartmouth. Cam Merrick is committed to Ferris State. Like you said, Zach, these aren't the top D1 programs, but there are D1 players on this roster and future D1 players on this roster.
So heading into period number 2, the Stars starting with a power play.
Yep.
And just feels like, I mean, I know it's still early. There'll still be 34, 33 minutes after that penalty would expire. Still a lot of time, and it just feels like that could be a crucial point. Even if the Stars don't score, you feel like you want
create a chance.
Get some momentum.
Make your fans, give them life. Give the student section something to cheer about. The second period is about, that's the moving period. If the first period is the feeling out period, the second is where you start to jockey for position for the third. And really, you set your third period up well. Don't be down by 3 goals. Maybe tie it. Maybe be down by only 1 goal still. Like, make your third period reasonable to catch Tonka still.
And much easier said than done, Danny.
Yes,
but,
obviously.
I'd have to say one of the biggest stats, too, that if they can start turning around a bit would be a big help. Face-offs. We just got the stats here, 15-3 in favor of Minnetonka to start that first period. So big second period coming up. We'll take a break. We'll come back with period number 2 after this. It's Minnetonka 1, Gentry Academy 0. Second period next on FM 96.7 KFN. The plus, all thanks to James Hardy.
Hey, it's Corey Cove. I put LASIK off far too long. I had 15 years of contacts. So if you've been putting off LASIK, make this the day that you reach out to OVO LASIK and Lens. They have the legends of LASIK, Dr. Mark Lobanoff and Dr. David Whiting. They offer $500 off LASIK, and they always offer the best price guaranteed on LASIK in the Twin Cities. And they have 24-month interest-free financing. So if LASIK is something you've been putting off, then maybe this is your moment. To see your best, see the best. OVO LASIK and Lens. Schedule now at ovoi.com.
Common here for All Elements, your roofing specialist in the upper Midwest. Winter doesn't mean roofing projects come to an end until spring. All Elements can do flat roof projects all winter long, or you can get on the roofing project schedule for spring and beat those summer rains. You can always trust All Elements. So schedule your inspection today or sign up for a spring roofing project. It's easy. Go to allelementsinc.net. That's allelementsinc.net or kfan.com, keyword roof.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-511-3535. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems. And if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider, 800-511-3535. That's 800-511-3535. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-511-3535.
One tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local station. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcasts. Search sports on iHeart Radio and lock in.
Hi, I'm Robert Varnado, president of Lee Container. Our company is committed to building a welcoming workplace. Inclusive employment isn't just the right thing to do, it's good for business. More than 8 out of 10 adults with developmental differences do not have a paid job, and only 36% of the public believes that they are capable of being leaders. Now is the time to change that. We can work together to provide more opportunities for the 6.5 million people in the U.S. that have autism, intellectual, or developmental differences. Join Lee Container in taking the Delivering Jobs pledge today. We're supporting Autism Speaks, Best Buddies, and Special Olympics in their commitment to create pathways to 1 million employment and leadership opportunities for this talented community by 2025. Together we can build the workforce of the future. Visit deliveringjobs.org to learn more.
Minnesota's second best sports station is FM 96.7 KFAN Plus KQQL HD3 Anoka.
Welcome back to Grand Casino Arena with Danny Ryan. I'm Zach Halverson. There we go.
Oh, wow. Good
I
job.
got so many names I got to call today. I'm forgetting my own. Our coverage on the Fan brought to you by James Hardy and the Minnetonka Skippers leading the Gentry Academy Stars 1-0 after 1 period of play. 61 seconds of power play time to start the second period coming up now for Gentry Academy. Gavin Gross stopping 14 of 15 shots. On the other side, Chase Jurdy stopping all 3 the shots he's faced. They've been 11 attempted shots for Gentry Academy, 24 for Minnetonka. The Skippers 0 for 1 on the power play. The Stars power play came right after they killed off that penalty. We'll see how special teams factor in to this one here as we look to start period number 2. Stars going from right to left, Skippers from left to right. And we're back underway. Gentry Academy winning the face-off there. Crucial face-off win at this point. The way things are going, 15-3 in the first period for the Skippers as Gentry Academy threads their way deep into the Skippers' end with the man advantage. Back to the blue line, it's Nate Wilkie. He'll slide it down low at the half wall for Brandon Bois, but he can't control, and the Skippers able to clear it down the ice. 37 seconds to go on the power play as Wilkie arrives there first to handle the puck for Gentry Academy. Leaves it back for Brandon Bois. The right side, deep into the Skippers' end. Rung around the wall, bounces out in front, and the diving effort sends the puck back out to neutral ice. 15 seconds now for Gentry Academy as they'll just dump and then chase, and not much chasing there even with the man advantage. That allows the Skippers with about as easy of a clear as you could ask for, and now time has expired on the power play here. Dave Wright saying full strength for the Skippers. We're back to 5-on-5, 69 seconds into period number 2.
Anemic power play there by Gentry Academy. We talked about can they get momentum from it, and it does not look like it.
Wall had it for a moment, lost it to the Skippers. Minnetonka stopping behind their net. Up the ice, Merrick. His pass goes awry. Gentry Academy looking after it for a moment, but it's pickpocketed nicely by Renault, and here comes as he'll put on the brakes at the half wall. Slides it down to Johnson in the corner. Stars steal it away. Up the ice to Corba. Corba, right corner, driving back behind the goal. Centers one, but it goes right to the stick of Haffer. And Haffer able to just skate it from one end to the other here. Haffer with a shot, and that's turned away by Gavin Gross. We talked about, Danny, in that first goal of the only goal of the game by Cash Hardy. He was in the right place, the right time there. And at this point for the Stars, they just haven't had anybody in the right place. That was a great centering pass, just nobody there to put it home.
Yeah, nobody. They haven't had that grade A opportunity. They had one, but it wasn't even recorded as a shot late in the first period. But so far to start this one, as Gavin Gross gloves saved from the point, they just have not had anything to speak of, at least to hang their hat on to build any momentum. That power play, just nothing happened in it, and it just is not going Gentry's way right now offensively.
The Stars trying to change that. They gain the line. They'll fire it in out of his net. It was Jurdy to bring it around the wall. Big hit put on, and that results in another penalty. Another power play for Minnetonka. Slashing is going to be the call, and the Skippers taking well, they're just not too happy about that. We'll just say that.
Yeah. Looks like Caleb McCoskey going in. That was a high hit that he put on.
Interesting call to be I don't know if that would be a slash, but
I would call that either a charge or a cross check, but the slash it was not. But it really feels right. Right now, Tonka getting a power play goal seems like a high chance, just the way they're pushing in this game.
22%. I think that 23 if you want to round up for Minnetonka on the power play. Mentioned earlier, 85% on the penalty kill for Gentry Academy. Attempt number 2 now. The man advantage. The Skippers work their way in. Jordan Johnson to his left. The shot carries high over the Gentry Academy goal. Johnson picks it up, drives to the goal, fires one save. Loose puck. Nice stick work there defensively. Able to handle it and then clear it out. Great job by Leighton Betzold. I think really preventing what almost certainly would have been goal number 2 for Minnetonka had his stick not been there. Skippers trying their way in again. Great poke check by the Stars. Loose puck off the back wall and then swung around down the ice. It goes for the Stars. So 1 minute gone here for this power play for Minnetonka as they are backed up in their own end. They'll work their way up the ice. Aronson will lose it. Kept in on the clear by Prue. He'll slide it immediately to his left. Now worked down low by the Skippers. Centering attempt broken up by O'Connor for Gentry, but Skippers get it right back with 43 seconds to go on the power play. Centering pass, loose in front, and then trying to get a handle on it for a shot was Dobchuk, but it's denied there by, again, another example of the great defensive core for the Gentry Academy Stars there, Danny. Obviously, Gross has been phenomenal so far, stopping 17 of 18, but getting some help there from his defense once again.
Yeah, and Minnetonka not getting anything set up on this power play, and it's really due to the defense of Gentry just clearing the puck out constantly and keeping Tonka to the outside as they continue to try to cycle it and not get much to the center of the ice.
8 seconds to go on the power play for Minnetonka. They control it right side. It's Sheminar who will slide it behind the Minnetonka goal as the Stars are now full strength. The shot, score! Nothing fancy there. Just straight up left circle drive from Liam Schultz, and it's 2-0 Minnetonka.
Yeah, that was a snipe by Liam Schultz. He just saw something as he walked into the dot and just beat Gavin Gross on the top side there. Fantastic shot. It's going to go down as an even strength goal. As the puck squirted out to him as a pass, kind of on the far hashes, and he walked in a little bit, but just sees a corner over the blocker of Gavin Gross, and I don't think there is much there.
Not much at all, but if you're Gentry Academy, you're thinking so close here. You killed off the penalty. You survived another Minnetonka power play. And as you mentioned, it'll go down as even strength, but the Stars certainly didn't have all 5 skaters back in their own end. So taking advantage of it, though, again, officially an even strength tally for Minnetonka. They now lead 2-0, 12-17 to go in period number 2.
And if the Schultz name sounds familiar, it should. Ashton Schultz, Liam's brother, is playing the USHL, was on the Minnetonka State Championship team a couple of years ago, and he's committed to the University of North Dakota. So family of Schultzes have come through the Skippers program.
Shot taken by the Skippers. Caden Lindsay goes wide of the Stars' goal, comes all the way back deep in the Minnetonka end now. Just once, I would have liked to have a shot hard enough to ricochet all the way back 200 feet. I maybe could have gotten to the red line. Maybe. Right corner. Set down low behind the Gentry Academy goal. Stars try to clear. They're met at the blue line by Shimenauer, who's able to keep it in front of him. Slides it back behind the cage, and now the Stars up the near side. This one successful. It's Ritzenaya driving his way in. Ritzenaya with the shot. Nice blocker save by Chase Jurdy. Getting that right arm out there just in time. As the Stars looking to get on the board, they'll try again here, but Jackson Cook can get a handle on it there. But you have to think, Danny, I mean, we said this on Friday. It turned out to be defenseman Nate Wilkie being the goal scorer here. But if you're looking for goals, you'd have to be thinking at this point, Jackson Cook going to be on the top of that list here as he fires one just wide of the goal, almost on cue. He was being brought down in the process, so certainly the physical play there a factor. But Cook now with the puck again, driving in for Gentry Academy, fires one, hits a stick, and carries wide of the Skipper's net. Turnover here again, and another great job in support by Danny Browning, sealing it away from Minnetonka as the Stars have now mounted some pressure here. Trying to center it behind the goal as Brandon Bois does so, comes out high just out of the reach of Cook, and then that allows the Skippers with some numbers driving in now 3-on-2. A shot wide of the goal, takes a bounce off the back wall, and it's cleared back, just escapes the zone. The Stars, though, Danny, building something here, just down to almost the midway point of regulation.
They're trying to open up the ice a little bit more and try to play a firebrand hockey and try to get some odd man opportunities that definitely benefited them against White Bear Lake. And they're trying to do that against Minnetonka right here. The problem is Minnetonka is a little bit better of a skating team than White Bear, so you leave a lot more chances when you do that.
Big collision behind the goal, and Minnetonka continuing to control the puck now behind the Gentry Academy end. Now it's skated out, fired wide of the Stars net. Grabbed by Hardy. Hardy driving in, and he scores! Hardy down low, up high, finishes for his second of the game. It's 3-0 Skippers.
Cash Hardy there starts at the baseline to the left of Gavin Gross, walks it in, almost looked like tripped on the way in, and stretches out and beats Gavin Gross, trying to slide back to the other post, and slides the puck in right behind him. Starts the play by cycling up to the top of the circle and then driving it down low and riding the baseline in. Fantastic individual effort right there.
Walked that right out there, and You don't need a centering pass. You don't need as long. I mean, clearly, by the way, you talk about the advantage, especially nowadays of film.
Yeah,
you have to think that they saw, as we talked about in the pregame, how Gentry Academy was just kind of parking guys out in front to help their goaltender, and Skippers seeing that again, saying, "Well, okay, fine, we're not going to try to fire it out in front for you to just clear it out." Well, Cash Hardy just drives his way in and makes it 3-0 Minnetonka as we pause here in the second period on the James Hardy scoreboard. The Skippers cruising now, trying to find their way to semifinal Friday. We'll take a break back after this on KFAN Plus.
Hey, it's Corey Cove. I put LASIK off far too long. I had 15 years of contacts. So if you've been putting off LASIK, make this the day that you reach out to OVO LASIK and Lens. They have the legends of LASIK, Dr. Mark Lobanoff and Dr. David Whiting. They offer $500 off LASIK, and they always offer the best price guaranteed on LASIK in the Twin Cities. And they have 24-month interest-free financing. So if LASIK is something you've been putting off, then maybe this is your moment. To see your best, see the best. OVO LASIK and Lens. Schedule now at ovoi.com.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-511-3535. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems. And if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider, 800-511-3535. That's 800-511-3535. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-511-3535.
One tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local station. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcasts. Search sports on iHeart Radio and lock in.
It's a Tourney on the Plus. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks to James Hardy for presenting our coverage this year with Danny Ryan. I'm Zach Halverson. And Danny, the Skippers, I mean, there's been glimmers of hope here for the Stars here and there, but now those hopes are being quickly dashed by the Skippers, certainly finding their game.
Yeah, the Skippers are smooth sailing right now. Shots are now 20-3 in favor of Minnetonka. Gentry yet to get a shot in this period. They've had a couple chances, but the shots that were put on net were not actually on net and did not count for an official shot. Tonka really just exerting their will, it feels like, showing why they're the number 1 seed of the tournament, too.
Face off inside the Gentry Academy and 9:06 on the clock. 20-3 in shots in favor of the Skippers, 3-0 in goals. Back underway here. Stars win the face-off. They flip it to center. And then losing it was Braden Bois. Got it back for a moment, but then lost it to the Skippers as they will slide it just inside the Gentry Academy end. Big collision, open ice, as the Skippers, the Stars work their way in, looking for a centering pass, but intercepted there. Beautifully reading that. Merrick was to his right for Johnson. Johnson with the shot and a glove save for Gross.
Good glove save there by Gentry's Gavin Gross. Again, limiting rebounds is important. It's a little bit of scrubs after the game, after the whistle between Gentry defenseman Nate Wilkie and Minnetonka's Cam Merrick. A little bit of a center ice hit. That's what caused some of the argument there. It looks like a kneeing.
Definitely a kneeing.
That was not called.
No, and it definitely hurt Cook, and now the coaching staff taking exception, talking with the officials, and just letting them know.
I didn't see that line because it was behind the puck, but that looked like a clear knee-on-knee.
Certainly a tough call to make, but yeah, I hate to see that miss, especially with how dangerous that play can certainly be. weak angle shot finds its way through, but not into the Stars' goal, as now Minnetonka just working the perimeter. Now comes out in front again, but cleared to the outside of the Stars' goal. Minnetonka keeps the pressure going here. Aronson. Centering attempt intercepted by Blake Langer. Langer got out at the center, but back in comes Minnetonka. A shot glove by Gross, and we'll hang on with 7:54 to go in the middle frame.
Gentry, I think the argument for that kneeing, not only because it looked like a penalty, but any spark that they can get right now, they will take. 7:54 left in the second period, nearly 10 minutes, 9 minutes now without a shot in this period.
Draw one by the Stars. They clear it down the ice, and it will be Minnetonka getting there first. Did not go for an icing, so we continue on here. It's Caden Lindsay pushing it to his left. Dobchuk behind the goal. Blowing a tire there with the Skippers, and that allows the Stars an easy out here. Nate Wilkie flipping it up in the air. It falls behind the Minnetonka goal. Gavin Carl trying to shake loose some Stars here. Across to Schultz. Schultz backhands it up for Minnetonka. Gets it forward here for Lindsay, and Lindsay works his way in now. Some nice moves. Here's Lindsay all the way through, but couldn't pull the trigger. Keeps with it. We'll skate it back out to the point. Lindsay, shot, save, rebound, score. Lindsay did all the work, but Cooper and now put away the rebound, and it's 4-0 Minnetonka.
Really, that play was Caden Lindsay taking the puck in the zone, falling up on his rebound, controlling it, getting another great shot opportunity, and creating a very tough save for Gavin Gross. And Renaud there just buries it, as Tonka has been all over the rebounds all game long. And that one is no exception. Now 4-0 Tonka. Great individual effort there by Caden Lindsay.
No doubt about that. The magic seems to be running out for the Stars. But certainly can't take anything away from the Section 4 run that they had. Taking down some traditional powerhouses and White Bear Lake and Hill Murray. And then, of course, even Eastridge, in which they were down. They're trailing the Raptors in the quarterfinal. Now here's Cook for the Stars with the shot. The save is made. Hanging on to it is Chase Jurdy. The Raptors starting to build their program. And
yes,
that was a very good team to come back and end up beating.
The hard part with Woodbury or any other school district when you have two high schools is when you have two high schools.
Yep.
The split high schools have always had a problem with that, and Woodbury is in prime pecking ground for all the East Side private schools as well. So, but Eastridge is really coming on as a program. They had a very good season this year. Expect to hear that name coming, as the year goes on.
And, it adds to the chaos when it comes to the youth program. The
100%.
The Predators, they have, get split up, and it's, one of the, we talk about the community-based programs. It's really tough when you get to high school and some of your friends go to one school, you go to the other, and that talent divvied up. And the, of course, result makes it all the more tough. But said Raptors certainly they look very good on Hockey Day Minnesota.
Yep.
Down in Hastings, and that whole area. And of course, not only have to deal with all that, but then you do have the private schools.
Yep.
You do have a lot of great Woodbury players have
played for Hill Murray.
Yeah.
Played for Crean Durham Hall, played for St. Thomas Academy.
And Gentry now going to add,
exactly.
Stealing that away as well. So it is what it is. But, nothing can't take away this improbable run for the Stars, who played about as good as you possibly could have at Aldridge Arena to earn a spot here in St. Paul. And now for the Skippers, Danny kind of shifts from just obviously wanting to play out and have some fun, but also, don't do anything crazy here. Don't get hurt, and just kind of cruise through the rest of the this 23 or so minutes of hockey and get ready for tomorrow night.
Yeah, and that's how the Skippers play. They play a very structured game. I don't think we're going to see much different from them today as this game continues, but it really feels like it's in their hands right now.
Up the ice, it's Lindsay probably wanting to cash in at this point after doing all the work in the last goal and getting to add his state tournament stats. Had a goal there. Here come the Skippers. A shot from a weak angle, knocked aside by Gavin Gross, and then the Stars will ice it with 5:11 to go. Period number 2, 4-0. Minnetonka leads Gentry Academy.
Yeah, 5:11 left in the second period. It's always a bad sign when your total shot count is your opponent's goal count. Shots 27-4 in favor of Tonka.
No doubt about that. Now, interesting, we do have a treat, an earlier treat than we normally do, because in years past, the 4 versus 5 game would be played at 8:30-ish, and heavy on the ish there. But regardless, that has now moved to the second game of the first session. So we'll go from this one. We still have Grand Rapids and Rosemount later on today, and obviously the Irish and the Thunderhawks. That's going to be a really good tilt.
Yeah, I really like this Irish team this year, led by head coach Ricky Sainty. They fire from all over the ice. They just come at you, and they don't care where the shot's coming from. They're going to shoot it. And on the flip side, this is a Grand Rapids team. Tonka goes in, saved by Gross. This is a Rapids team that really didn't have that much expectations coming into this year, losing their top goaltender, Carter Casey, to juniors, who's committed to the University of Minnesota. So I look at this game as kind of interesting, where Rapids has nothing to lose, and Rosemount has been really, they beating St. Thomas Academy in their section final. This is a team that really feels like they have something going right now.
Draw one by Gentry Academy. They'll send it down the ice, and that will be icing. So we're back to where we just were.
The XL, the Grand Casino Arena is filling out nicely.
I was going to do some sort of a tally sheet for us this weekend.
How many times we screw that up?
I don't think, have I screwed it up yet?
I know. I think I
screwed
just
up my own name. I haven't screwed up the name of the arena. So we'll go
1 for Danny.
Tally sheet, me, 0, and then Fulness he's the odds-on
favorite.
At least he's by far the leader at the Wild Radio Network, because he is made. I think he might be up to 7 or 8 now this season. So Alexis Huss with the genius idea I believe that was her idea to keep track. Maybe it was. I think she's helped with that. Anyway, regardless, Grand Casino Arena, the new name home, but certainly this will be the home of this tournament for a long time. Perfect site for it. Of course, before this, it was a couple years, a little bridge year over at across the bridge at Target Center for the St. Paul Civic Center. Played host to this for many years. Met Center also back in the day, and just right down the hall here, Roy Wilkins Auditorium at one point, the host of the high school hockey tournament. So St. Paul, just it feels right, Danny, when you get down to West 7th and see all the jerseys and all the fans. It's a wonderful event, not only inside, not only on the ice, but just all the festivities and hoopla around it.
Well, I think former Bloomington Jefferson assistant coach Sean Bianchi said it right. When you get out of your car and you smell casetas, there's something about it. It needs to be in St. Paul. It needs to be on West 7th. This tournament, because that's what this tournament is. It's how it started, and it's really quite special too.
Yeah, I missed the Target Center. I mean, I was like 5 years old when it was at the Target Center, but I imagine that was just kind of a, like I said, buffer year, just get through it and then obviously I can't even imagine what it was like to come back here and open this place up, that first tournament back in 2001. The staff here have been phenomenal, and much of the same staff were working back in 2001 are still here today, and gotta love it. So Gentry Academy, Minnetonka, first quarterfinal here. The Skippers leading 4-0, 3:07 to go in the second period of this one as Minnetonka continues their it just almost like a power play. It's been this entire second period almost played in the Gentry Academy end, and the Skippers just kind of working it around like a power play, Danny, except not really even going for a centering attempt. They just kind of did there, but it was just because they were out of options.
Yeah, it's just methodical right now.
Here come the Stars. Chance here to get on the board. A shot hit a stick, kind of turned into a changeup, but adjusting and making that stop was Chase Jurdy. Cleared out by the Skippers here. But Stars send it back in. Minnetonka can't control a pass. Stars have it for a moment, but intercepted. Nice pass there. Nice read by Caden Lindsay. Lindsay, some nice moves here as he goes to the outside. Centers one. Stolen away, though, by Verby and the Stars. And then another pass intercepted by Minnetonka. Here come the Skippers. Lindsay to his right, behind the intended receiver of Chartier. And that allows the Stars to take over. They'll play it towards the blue line. Fired wide of the Stars goal. Minnetonka handling it now. Haffer trying to thread the needle here for a breakaway pass, but the Stars can't connect, and they will have to touch up there. You hear the officials alerting Gentry Academy. They're offside, delayed offside. Now Minnetonka back in with under 90 seconds to go, and then a hand goes up, and we're going to get another penalty here. Another power play. On tap hooking will be the call. And it'll be on the Stars, and that will be on one of their captains there, Colby McCoskey.
His second penalty of the game, I'm pretty sure. Tonka goes back to the power play. Didn't score on their last one, but scored shortly after it. So they created some good movement. See if they can do the same.
Draw one by Minnetonka here. I don't think we're going to see too much of a difference here. What we've seen the rest of the period when we were even strength. Minnetonka just in full control here. Jordan Johnson at the half wall. Knocks it off the wall behind him for Chartier, who fires a shot that's blocked. Cleared out by the Stars. 30. Watches it go by. Under a minute to go in the second period. Be about 35 seconds or so that'll carry over unless Minnetonka scores before we head to the locker rooms. Browning, the corner. Out high for Hardacre. Stolen away by the Stars and sent down the ice again. 30 seconds to go. Period number 2. The humming of Grand Casino Arena as they watch Minnetonka work their way in. Some nice moves here. Back out high for Elliott Schultz. Schultz to his left. Now down low. Driving in front. The shot. Save made by Gross, denying Cash Hardy the hat trick. Another try from the point. Turned away and held on by Gross with 2.4 seconds to go. I'll tell you, Danny, if there's any player out there that is, I mean, they're all trying, obviously, but really trying for a goal. It's Cash Hardy, and that's another feather in Gavin Gross's cap there to deny him that chance and deny him that elusive third goal.
Yeah, he wants that hat trick. The hat tricks at the tournament are very special, rare accomplishments. But, yeah, Cash Hardy's looking to cash in that third one.
Face off to the left of Gross. They drop it. That will do it for period number 2. And it's 4-0 Minnetonka. 3 second period goals to really take control. Shots on goal now 32-5 in favor of the Skippers. And it just shows just how good Minnetonka is, Danny. They just continue to just dominate here after more of an even strength. Maybe not quite, but definitely more even-sided first period. This was all Minnetonka in the second.
Yeah, they made that look easy, too. And just, I don't know, that was very one-sided hockey. I don't even think, they might not need to Zamboni the other side of the rink.
I was just going to say, looking up from up here, a lot of untouched ice to our left, and that's where Gentry Academy certainly wanted to see more action. They did not. Great job by Minnetonka. Again, in full control here through 2 periods of play. 4-0 is the score. Again, still coming up after this one. The number 4 seed, Rosemount Irish, back in the tournament, taking on Grand Rapids, recent tourney mainstays, the Thunderhawks, coming back here from up north. The Metro versus the North battle coming up after this one. And then, of course, Lakeville South and Moorhead, another Metro versus Outstate, or as some people call it, Greater Minnesota battle.
Oh, okay.
And then Andover and Edina, the Huskies, the 5th-seeded Huskies in the tournament, taking on the Edina Hornets, and that will close out the quarterfinals today here in St. Paul. We'll take a break again. Minnetonka 4, Gentry Academy 0 through 2 periods of play. You're listening to Tourney on the Plus, thanks to James Hardy.
Comment here for All Elements, your roofing specialist in the upper Midwest. Winter doesn't mean roofing projects come to an end until spring. All Elements can do flat roof projects all winter long, or you can get on the roofing project schedule for spring and beat those summer rains. You can always trust All Elements. So schedule your inspection today or sign up for a spring roofing project. It's easy. Go to allelementsinc.net. That's allelementsinc.net or kfan.com, keyword roof.
Barrero back with you. And when driving privileges are taken away, people need answers. They need a safe, legal way to get back on the road. Their very livelihoods may depend on it. And that's where the folks at Smart Start MN can be incredibly valuable. Remember, Smart Start MN is the only locally owned and operated ignition interlock company approved in Minnesota. They've been helping people get back on the road again for 20 years now. They'll take you through what can seem to be an intimidating process, step by step, to get you back out there, and they'll tailor a plan that fits your needs and situation. What's Smart Start MN's advantage? Well, Smart Start MN is owned and operated by attorneys who helped craft the Minnesota Ignition Interlock program. They know all the requirements to get you back to legal driving. No hidden fees or long-term contract, and equipment designed for Minnesota winters. Having an ignition interlock device installed in your car does not have to be stressful. Let Smart Start MN ease that tension and provide the answers. Reach out to smartstartmn.com.
Pronto Heating is hiring service technicians.
Not your everyday run-of-the-mill techs, little brother.
That's right, Wade. We're looking for people that hustle.
Flash fast.
To be the best, you got to know your stuff.
We're constantly learning and training,
so we can repair any furnace or air conditioner out there.
It takes dedication and relentless hard work to be a Pronto tech.
Which is why we'll pay you really well.
Give us a call. Let's talk.
Or apply online
at prontoheat.com.
Every year, International Women's Day falls on March 8th, and iHeartRadio is proud to celebrate the women who shape music, drive change, and influence culture. Find playlists, podcasts, and of course, Women's History Month radio. Open the free iHeart app, search Women's History Month, and listen now.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQBar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
Most protein bars are packed with sugar, carbs, and unpronounceable ingredients. There's a much better option. I'm Will, and I crafted IQBar plant protein bars with clean, functional, delicious ingredients to empower doers like you with superior brain and body fuel.
Now you can get 20% off all IQBar products plus free shipping when you text radio to 64,000. That's radio to 64,000.
It's a new year. You deserve a new deck. You desire the best, so go with the best. And that's TimberTech and TimberTech.com. TimberTech is #1 in premium decking and industry-wide the leader in design. You can choose up to 4 decking samples, and they'll ship them to you. So go to TimberTech.com to learn more, get those samples, and learn to love composite decking. It is TimberTech.com.
For M&N Sports, I'm Kevin Falmus. The Golden Gopher men had a bit of trouble last night in Bloomington.
And there's the horn. And on that note, that is the ball game. 77-47 is the final. Indiana gets the win. Minnesota falls to 14-16 overall, 7-12 now in the Big Ten. They'll close up the regular season Saturday night, 8 o'clock the tip, hosting Northwestern. Indiana 18-12, snaps a 4-game skid. They go to 9-10 in the Big Ten. They keep their tournament hopes now good. They did not want to lose this one. They play at Ohio State for a resume opportunity to close out the regular season on Saturday.
That was Mike Grimm last night on the Gophers Radio Network after the Gophers fall by 30 points to Indiana.
They were really, really physical. We didn't handle it very well. Weren't communicating great on defense. And once that thing just kind of broke open, towards the end of the first half there, we just didn't have enough in the tank. I mean, we looked like a tired ball club. We looked like a frustrated ball club there. And it was just too much for us to overcome.
That's Gopher head coach Nico Medved. The regular season comes to a close Saturday against Northwestern at Williams Arena. Tonight, the Golden Gopher men's hockey team is on the ice against a very good Michigan State team. Leo Gruba says they'll be ready.
You might call us a delusional confidence, but we are very confident in our group. We know we played great hockey in the last month, and no one's packing their bags. No one's got spring break clothes in the closet yet. We're going to be here for a few more weeks. We'll win 2 this weekend. That's our plan, and then 6 straight.
Puck drops at 7 o'clock tonight and tomorrow at 3M Arena at Mariucci. Tonight, the Timberwolves are back on the floor. They'll host the Raptors, looking for a 5th straight win. It's a 7 o'clock tip from Target Center. The Wild practice today in St. Paul. They're in Vegas tomorrow night at 9. Kevin Falness, M&N Sports.
Stand Up to Cancer's vehicle donation program makes it easy to turn your unwanted vehicle into funding to support innovative cancer research. This research leads to new treatments for patients right now. Donate your car today. Visit standuptocancer.org/cars to learn more.
Back to the Tourney on the free iHeartRadio app and KFAN The Fan.
Back in St. Paul with Danny Ryan, I'm Zach Halverson. After 2 periods of play, Minnetonka leads Gentry Academy by a score of 4-0. And Danny, I don't know what more can be said, honestly, about this game other than that Skipper's playing well, Stars not
playing bad.
Playing bad. They ran into the number 1 seed in the tournament.
Yeah.
But what can Gentry Academy learn from this experience moving forward? Obviously, the new kids on the block wanting to make their presence known. Looks like they're relatively younger team.
Yeah.
I imagine they'll be back hungrier than ever to get back here to St. Paul next year and beyond.
Yeah, of course, Gentry won the COVID tournament on the Class A side. This is their first ever trip to the AA bracket. And if you're Gentry, you're using this, to grow your brand as a school too. And more eyes are on your program. And I think this will only help them long term. When, you start to think of for AA, it's always been a 2-team, and then Stillwater has come in and made it a 3-team. And now we're looking at this might be a 4-team section, too.
Yeah, and, even beyond that at this point.
Yeah.
We've seen, seen some players. I know, Roseville was maybe not exactly a threat, but they've been good. It's
yeah.
And it almost feels like the top of the section starting to come down while the bottom part of the section is getting up, and that will certainly be a tough section. Obviously, every year, Danny, Minnetonka, it's a bloodbath really in that section, trying to just get through. But the Skippers, again, time and time again, have answered the call, at least again this year.
Yeah, and they're battle tested with the Lake Conference schedule too. They, and we're looking at this year's the first year that Maple Grove's a part of the Lake Conference, and it just gets tougher, especially when you have 2 games now with a top 10 perennial team in Maple Grove in your conference.
Yeah, no, and then talk about teams and sections and all that. Andover, not having to drive up to the deck anymore and Amsoil Arena, being able to play a Metro-based section final in which, I mean, you got to feel for the Cougars, Danny. They scored 5 goals and still lost by 4.
Yeah, I know.
How does that happen?
It really hats off to Andover's head coach, Mark Maney. He has done a fantastic job there year in and year out. Every time you think that squad is not there or they're going to have an off year, boom, they surprise you and they're back at St. Paul. And really, it's a team that you don't want to play because they are perennial powers. Now, at the state tournament, they've been here, it feels like every year for the last 5 years or so. And these kids have grown up now going to the tournament, watching their siblings play in the tournament, and now they are in the tournament.
We'll see them tonight, 8 o'clock against the Hornets. Well, 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yesterday, Danny, Hibbing took care of business against Dodge County.
Yep.
Very good one between Montevideo and St. Cloud Cathedral, where the Zephyrs scored late in the third to win 2-1. After that, Delano beat Mankato West before Warroad shut out Northern Lakes. And obviously, I think most of us expecting top 4 seeds to advance.
Yes.
That's what happened, except, of course, knew the Crusaders were going to certainly have a shot there as well. But now the top 4 seeds have advanced. What are your thoughts on tomorrow's semifinals? Montevideo Hibbing to start, Delano Warroad to follow.
Montevideo Hibbing's an interesting game. Hibbing is a very wide-open team. They really distribute the puck well to each other. We're going to see Cole Swanson in that game, and that's going to be very exciting. And then you look on the flip side, Montevideo is a very structured team. Coach Poschel always has this team ready to go. It feels like they're always playing on Friday. I like Hibbing in that matchup, and on the second game, Delano Warroad, that could be a coin flip. You look at the Hellenins on Delano, they came out with a lot of skill last night, but Warroad is young, and they are also very skilled and talented.
Kevin Fallness will have the call of those games tomorrow here with Danny Ryan, and that will be a fun Class A session. I'd say it every year, Danny. Get out here for Friday.
Yeah.
They have a new ticket set up now. It's all reserved tickets, so make sure you get your tickets online.
You can still sit where you want for Class A. They're just trying to reserve the tickets with it.
So, and there'll be obviously plenty of open seats to find your way down here. I hope one day there aren't plenty of open seats. I hope that the word gets out, because a Class A tourney is just as good, if not better, oftentimes than Class 2A, at least in terms of drama and excitement.
Well, it feels like in Class A, we always get the top teams meeting up on Friday. In AA, there's a lot more parity, which we're seeing right now in this game. And when that happens, we don't always get the top 4 teams in the state on Friday night.
We will certainly have the top 4 tomorrow. As of right now, we'll certainly have the top team remaining in the state in the Minnetonka Skippers tomorrow night. We'll take a break. We'll come back for the third period. Minnetonka 4, Gentry Academy 0. You're listening to the Tourney on FM 96.7 KFA and the Plus, presented by James Hardy, the #1 brand of siding in North America.
Make ring shopping fun. Arthur's Jewelers Wedding Band event March 3rd through 7th with celebratory sips and sparkle.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
Help elevate your company's pride with workplace tips from Cintas. The right workwear helps your team look and perform their best. Cintas has work apparel for almost any job imaginable. Your team gets garments that are breathable, comfortable, and hold up to any job. Cintas even handles laundry and delivery every week with no upfront investment. It's all part of Apparel Plus from Cintas. Learn more at Cintas.com.
It's a new year. You deserve a new deck. You desire the best, so go with the best. And that's TimberTech and TimberTech.com. TimberTech is #1 in premium decking and industry-wide the leader in design. You can choose up to 4 decking samples and they'll ship them to you. So go to timbertech.com to learn more, get those samples, and learn to love composite decking. It is timbertech.com.
Are you greater than the sun?
Are you greater than the sun that shines on everyone? Black, brown, yellow, red, and white. The sun does not discriminate. Laws and policies cannot remove prejudice and bias from our hearts. The Sun poem can open minds, teach humility and forgiveness so that we can make the world a better place for the next generation. Help us make a difference. Visit and share worldunityinc.org.
Can you pass the ketchup, honey?
Dinner conversation can be tough, like getting ketchup out of a bottle.
So, Amber, what happened at school today?
Oh, nothing.
Really?
But having regular dinner together gives kids a better chance to thrive.
Anybody act stuck up today? Kind of like this ketchup?
Yeah, Chloe is. She says that I'm taking sides with Jordan and Zoe. Here, Dad, let me get that.
Family dinner is just one way to help your family thrive. For more tips, visit facebook.com/makeeverydaycount.
No matter who we are or where we come from, we all experience difficulties in life.
Military veterans know that sometimes it takes strength and determination to make it through.
Whether it's physical challenges or struggles on the inside, it takes strength to ask for help when you need it.
Learn how veterans like us have reached out for help and hear stories of strength and recovery at maketheconnection.net.
Back to Minnesota High School Hockey Tournament on KFAN.
Welcome back to period number 3 of the Tourney on the Plus, presented by James Hardy, the #1 brand of siding in North America, with Danny Ryan. I'm Zach Halverson. Minnetonka leads Gentry Academy 4-0. They start the period with a half minute of power play time as well. And I mentioned the power play, Danny. It really looked like basically a 16 or so minute power play in that second period. The Skippers fully controlling this one here as we head to the final period of regulation.
Yeah, the Skippers were a machine last period. I expect that to continue in this third.
Minnetonka controlling it now. Cash Hardy with 2 goals on the day. So if you're looking for storylines entering the third, I'd say that's one. Would love to see a hat trick here in the state tournament. Shot taken by Sturgis goes wide. Another centering attempt goes right to the stick of McCoskey as he exited the penalty box. Lost it, and then now it's taken in by Ruiz for Gentry Academy. Check that's Bois. Bois handles it now. Bois driving in, blew a tire, and lost the puck, and Minnetonka will take over as the Skippers work their way in. It's Jordan Johnson to the goal. Ooh. What a save made by Gross. I believe he got his paddle out there. Looks like it might have injured him potentially in the process as he's getting up slowly. Very awkward movement there, but he did keep the puck out of the goal. But he is motioning the official like he very much like a whistle. The Skippers controlling the puck right now, but I imagine they will blow this play dead as soon as the Stars take over here. A centering pass, shot, score. Not the way you wanted it for sure, but Liam Schultz scores his second of the game. It's now 5-0 Minnetonka. And again, Gavin Gross clearly not feeling too good right now. He is in some pain.
Yeah, he didn't have a shot at that goal either, too. Trainers out there trying to help him out. Backup goaltenders getting warmed up as we see that.
And Gross is making his way off the ice, so we will have a goaltender change, and it's going to be Rolf Roller, the goaltender now, the backup goaltender for Gentry Academy. And looking up his stats right now, Danny, don't have them on hand at this point because
I got some.
There you go.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, from last game. There we go.
Yes. Goals against average is 2.66 and a save percentage of 88.8.
Played in 10 games this year for the Stars, 6-3-1 coming into the state tournament. Pulled, but he, I'm sure, obviously didn't want it to happen like that, but I'm sure is excited about the opportunity to get some time. Again, didn't want it like that.
No.
didn't have any control over that. So roller in net for the Gentry Academy Stars. We'll see how this affects the rest of the game. The Stars with just 5 shots on goal. The Skippers with 5 goals today so far. Here's an odd man rush forming now for Gentry Academy. Everett Nelson working his way in. Tried to go to the back door, but a great diving effort by Mason Shiminar, who was able to get his body in the way of that pass and thwart that opportunity. Just another example of why the shots have been so limited. Certainly, Gentry has had the puck more and maybe had the opportunity more to do something here, but the defensive core of the Skipper is so good.
Yeah, and that was a really good example right there by Schimnauer, just 2-on-1 and laying down and preventing any opportunity to shoot the puck. Just really, Skippers are executing this far ahead in the game, and they're just every single play they're treating it like it's a tie game still.
Into the zone now again. It's Minnetonka. The right side. Battling hard in the corner. Under 14 to go in this third period. The shots now attempted 56-18 in favor of Minnetonka. And face-offs 31-10 in favor of the Skippers. And now the Stars 0 for 1 in the power play are going to have another opportunity. Both teams without a power play goal. The Skippers 0 for 3. But heading to the penalty box for Minnetonka will be Gabe Lindholm.
Interference, the call. Gabe Lindholm, also fourth liner for the Skippers, getting some ice time out there before the penalty.
And at this point, Danny, if you're Gentry, just want to get something on the board here.
Yeah, you want to prevent running time if you're Gentry, which starts with the 6-goal lead in the high school hockey.
6-goal lead, I believe, in the third period alone.
Correct.
So we are in the third period, so one more Minnetonka goal would activate running time. Let's see. The orange band of Grand Rapids High School band, all in orange over there, who are left getting ready for their battle.
One of the best bands in the States, then.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Stars fire the puck deep, have that man advantage, but unable to take advantage there as the Stars clear it out. They're halfway through the power play, our Gentry Academy. Running into all sorts of trouble just getting it out of their own zone. They just play it out to center, and that allows Gavin Carl to grab it now for Minnetonka. Tell you what, Danny, normally, in these situations where you have such a lead in the third period, it allows you to play, give some playing time to some players that maybe normally wouldn't have as much playing time. But the way Minnetonka is structured, they are such a full squad of 4 lines that these guys are even. There really isn't that doesn't come into a factor for Minnetonka.
No, and that's how deep this squad is this year. They just roll on you. They're just a machine. They just work you down. And we've seen that all game today. And the shots on goal is really the storyline of that. When you're up in shots 33-6, that tells me everything that you need to know. Like there's nothing going in, and you're controlling all the zone time.
Face off to the right of goaltender Chase Jurdy. 11:47 to go in the third period. 16 seconds to go in the power play for Gentry Academy. They haven't been able to generate much of anything here on this power play or the other one that they had earlier. A right side shot blocked. Getting it right back is Zabrock. And getting up slowly is Merrick. He'll fight his way back to the slot area. And then the Stars battling there. But Jurdy able to glove it. He'll skate out of the danger there, and the Skippers full strength with 11.5 to go in the third period. Cameron Merrick making his way to the bench, and keep an eye on him. Obviously, he blocked that shot, and I think he'll stay near the bench. But
yeah, not terrible. Looks like the trainer is looking at him. Gavin Gross, on the other hand, the Gentry goaltender, has been in the locker room since he left the ice, so I would not expect him to come back at any point this game.
Draw one by Gentry. They force it to the wall, and then it's stolen away by Gabe Lindholm for the Minnetonka Skippers. Into the zone now. Half driven hard into the wall by McCoskey. Stars steal it away for Gentry Academy up the ice. Working their way in, Zabrock. Weak angle opportunity there, but Ritzenaya unable to pull the trigger, and Stars up the ice the other way. Make that the Skippers. A shot from the right side carries over the goal. Ricochets all the way back to neutral ice. Under 11 remaining here in the third period. Gentry Academy, a line change. Plays it back to the Minnetonka side. Behind the goal, wrapped around, neutral zone.
Gentry trying to create some opportunities there on the ice. Tonka recovers it in their own defensive zone, breaking out. Like that was Jordan Johnson. Coming back, Gavin Carl getting a shot from the red line in. Tonka. And it goes back to Jordan Johnson. Gentry Academy trying to break out the puck. Could not control their breakout, going down for an icing. So, yeah, some very standard play for the period so far. As we go to the first TV timeout.
Yeah, 9:38 to go, and we'll keep it here for now, I believe, because we're having some technical difficulties on the radio side, but I believe we're still on the air on the stream side. So,
oh, nice. Okay.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome back.
Welcome to a very special broadcast here as we try to figure out the radio side of things. But
here's some great news from Minnesota High School.
That makes more sense.
If you plan to study science, tech,
9:38 left to go in the game. It's all Minnetonka so far.
Yeah, at this point, again, as we welcome our radio audience back here.
Oh, nice.
Apologies for the issue, the interruption, but the clock reads 9:38 to go in the third period. Minnetonka leads Gentry Academy 5-0. And looking at the rest of this one here, Danny, I said earlier, Minnetonka just trying to get through this. Don't want to get hurt, whatever. Did not expect the goaltender for Gentry Academy, the one that went off the ice, but our best wishes to Gavin Gross, who remains in the locker room right now. Kind of make an awkward save and kind of got up, not get up quickly, was
favoring his right side.
Yeah, and so obviously tough way to go out there, but what an opportunity for this backup goaltender, Rolf Roller, and he's played well so far.
Yeah, he has. And if you're Minnetonka right now, you're trying to get the next goal to make this 6-0. Put this into running time for the rest of the period and rest of the game. So the quicker you can get off the ice and relax and rest, because you're the number one seed, and you got to do that now longer because you're the first game of the day. That would be ideal. But
yeah, I mean, You almost wonder, though, too, Danny. You get done, and then you just have the rest of the day. Is that good or bad? For some, I think might be good. But for others, I think just kind of tick-tock, tick-tock for an entire day. It almost, again, I almost like the idea. And, again, they obviously must have talked to the coaches, and they didn't make this decision to move that one seed from 6 o'clock to 11 a.m. without any input. They did it for a reason. And I get that the rest is certainly a part of that. But, man, I would prefer, personally, the routine, kind of relatively normal schedule of a 6 o'clock Thursday game. Most of these kids are used to playing 7 o'clock on Thursday as opposed to coming in at 11 a.m. and then having the rest of the day to think about it.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that either. It just, you're used to playing a certain type of schedule, and what's a couple hours difference? I don't really know if that makes a difference.
Class A people going, oh, wah, like we've been doing this for so many years, having to play at, a lot of times think about these teams having to play, some cases 11, and then noon.
Yeah.
So usually they get a Wednesday night, but they also have that, of course, that day break on Thursday, which is, by the way, all the more reason to play that Class A 4-5 game on Wednesday night.
Yes.
Because they've got a day to rest and
recover, too.
Yeah.
And again, I think that gives the 4-5 seed more of an advantage compared to the 2-3 seed, too.
No doubt about it. So I think they can. I know I get the move for this tournament, but I think there's not much of a reason to make any changes for Class A quarterfinal. Wednesday, a shot there, knocked aside, another opportunity, and roll for roller coming up big for the Gentry Academy Stars.
Standing tall. That one went off his helmet as he takes it off and banks it. It looks like.
What a save there. And the advantage, he's going to miss it because he's fixing his helmet right now. But one kind of fun thing is, obviously, these teams play all year. They don't have replay. They don't have all that. So it's always kind of fun to watch the players looking up at the video board, being able to see, especially the goaltenders, see those big saves made right after they make them. But Roller, another nice job there. And he has a couple more saves to add to his tally. And a big collision near the corner, or the curb glass, I should say, by the Gentry Academy bench. Be interesting what Gentry Academy, how they will approach Mariucci tomorrow. Hopefully the goaltending situation is figured out. Hopefully it's not too serious with Gross, but
yeah.
Skippers, of course, will have all the time in the world to hang out the rest of the day, watch some hockey, and then be back here 6 o'clock tomorrow to battle the winner of the next one.
I'm sure they're going to be watching some of the Rosemount Grand Rapids game here, whether they finish it or watch it back at the hotel or back at home. I think that's TBD, but certainly a fun day to be down in St. Paul. Whole weekend is. Expo starts tomorrow, which is always a good time. But it's really exciting always to see the different towns represented by everybody coming down to see this tournament, because it is the premier hockey tournament in Minnesota, and it's always special to see.
No doubt about it. We had the World Juniors, and great host, obviously, City of St. Paul, along with, oddly enough, Mariucci as well. Both tournaments held in the same barns. And that was obviously a treat. But even with all the talent, some of the best young talent in the world and that age group, still just didn't compare to this. There's just nothing like the tourney, for sure. One thing I will say, I'm disappointed. Where are all the Minnetonka students going? What else do you have to do the rest of the day?
Yeah, you got school off.
They've lost half their students. They're not.
They're walking out.
Beating the traffic. What are you doing? What? It's 7 minutes left. Stick around. Come on, kids. Kids these days, that would never. We would have enjoyed this. We would have been Start the buses. Did it get darker in here? Is it just me?
I feel like it did. I think a couple lights went out.
I think we lost some lighting here, folks.
And it's getting darker actively right now.
Lighting here.
Yeah, the building
oh
is
my gosh,
now
we completely
dark.
lost the lights. The lights have completely gone out here. And I think we are on emergency lights here.
Yeah, that's certainly what it feels like. Right
and I'm looking over at the control room up here, and they are looking all around at everybody else. And now the Minnetonka student section, what's left of it, have brought out the flashlights.
Yeah, the phone flashlights are out now.
Yeah, it's weird. The scoreboard, the LED light boards, and everything else are working. The sound system's working.
Yeah, TVs are.
But I'm looking, I've never even seen some of these lights turn on here. So I think those are to make sure it's not pitch black in here while they figure out.
Wow.
I didn't think this would happen with the new LED lighting system.
Well, I mean, anything's possible when Minnetonka's kind of lulling the crowd asleep, it seems like. I've never seen this before.
No.
This is interesting.
There are some scheduled takeout orders that might be missed between sessions here, folks. This is
cutting into plans.
Yeah, I'm watching. I can't imagine what the reason would be on this. And the fact that it just kind of slowly but surely.
I was like you, Zach. It was like, is it getting darker in here? And
there it is.
Hey,
they figured it out.
And we're back.
6:44 to go in the third period. 5-0 Minnetonka leading Gentry Academy, and they got the lights back on, and we're going to close out this one.
Yeah, that's a first.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before. It made sense back in the day when they had the old big lighting system where that's a lot of power. These LEDs, it's obviously a digital problem more than probably a power issue. A weak angle shot off the post. Roller hangs on.
6:31 left now in the game. Tonka hitting the 40-shot mark.
Draw one by Minnetonka in the Gentry Academy zone. Looking at Cash Hardy there, number 14. If there's going to be anybody these guys are going to try to feed. Cash Hardy, one of them. Liam Schultz, another one. Looking for that ever-elusive hat trick as Roller, another denial there.
Cash Hardy with that shot. Wanted to get the hat trick.
And now looks at his coach and goes, come on, man.
If you're Roller and net for Gentry, you come in the third period, the lights turn off on you too.
Mm-hmm.
He's had a weird day waking up thinking that he was going to ride the bench the whole time.
Behind the net, wraparound try there, denied again by Roller, who, going to have enough saves of his own after this one's done. You might not even know he came in relief of Gavin Gross. Behind the Gentry Academy goal. Sent down low. Stars steal it away. Off the ice they come. It's going to be Ben Nowak. Lost it there, but got it back. Is it over here? And here come the Stars. A shot off the blocker side. Chase Sturdy was looking for a double-digit save total still with 5.5 to go in the third. He's seen 9 shots as of right now. Might see number 10 here very soon. Here come the Skippers with a chance, and Roller another big save.
Another huge save to keep this out of running time. Minnetonka still trying to score. And as you said, Chase Jurdy on their side, their goaltender trying to get the shutout. That's a Frank Brismick candidate. That always looks nice. Mimic Mr. Zero himself.
Face off one back to Merrick. Skippers come back in here, and some nice moves there. Weaving his way through was Haffer, but denied again by Roller. And credit Roller. He has now 13 saves of his own, Danny. And really only about 10 minutes of game action.
Yeah. Tonka now up to 46 shots. So since I said that like 2 minutes ago, they've gotten 6 more shots on net.
Face off at center ice, 4:47 left in the third. Skippers closing in on a 50-shot quarterfinal. And the puck redirected out of play into the Gentry Academy bench. We've lost almost the entire Minnetonka student section. I don't know why that bugs me so much, but it's like,
they're comfortable,
I guess. I would soak up every moment you could down here, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I even came to the third place game as a kid.
They just missed another great save there by Roller. Stars goaltender playing very, very well, despite coming in cold in relief of Gavin Gross. The Skippers in the neutral zone. Ran out. He'll maneuver his way in. Puck comes out in front. Nearly split the D. Good job on the backhand of LaRoche to keep that puck in the zone. Right circle. Ran out back to the blue line. LaRoche with the shot save. Rebound bounces. Just skips over the skipper stick on the far side. That was Schultz. Schultz looks after here. Now coming in the way, and it's Rana with a shot that goes high and over the goal. Bounces back to the blue line. Kept in, but the Stars, the second effort, able to get it out. 3.5 to go in the third. Here comes Gentry Academy with a shot that goes wide. Rebound weak angle off the outside of the post. It's loose in front and then swatted to the outside by Haneker, and out of the zone it goes. The Stars nearly able to race that goose egg, but the shutout bid continues for Chase Jurdy with 3:11 to go in the third period.
Yeah, Tate Hardiger with a good clear there.
That chance for the Skippers, but closing that 5-hole just in time. Rolf Roller. Another save for him, and now here come the Stars. Left side, chance. Nice pad save, rebound worked out. Great job by the Skippers. Closing in was Braden Blois, but just couldn't get there in time. And here come the Skippers with the shot, hitting the post. Roller might have helped that one as well, and we remain at 5-0 now with 2.5 to go in the third.
Puck goes all the way down for an icing. It's Gentry. Faceoff will come to the right of Roller. As it just feels like Tonka wants this to go to running time, but is unable to. We'll see if they are able to do so in the last 2.5 minutes.
Reminder still to come. Another quarterfinal. Grand Rapids and Rosemount will follow this one. The Irish versus the Thunderhawks. Backhanded in on goal. And Minnetonka. Another save made there for their goaltender, Chase Jurdy. As the Skippers work their way in. A shot from Dobchuk from the blue line, denied by Roller. I think we're up to 16, maybe even 17 saves now for Roller. Make that 18. 18 saves and an abbreviated third period appearance for him. Gross had 28 in the first 2 periods, plus the little he played in the third.
Tonka up to 51 shots on goal. I can't tell you the last time I saw a 51 in the AA bracket.
in a 51-minute hockey game. And now there's a hand-up power play coming to Gentry Academy in the later stages of this one. The more greater concern is Colby McCoskey, who is getting up very slowly. Trainer heading out there to help him as he's still on one knee in the corner. Rolf Roller, the goaltender, looking after him as he took a hard hit going into the boards, and looks like maybe a lower body issue there as his knee went into the corner wall very awkwardly.
Yeah, that's an awkward crunch right there.
Cooper ran out on the box for the Skippers. I have to think at this point, Danny, a little over a minute to go in the third. Not a necessary hit there, especially in that area. So unfortunate to see. Hopefully Randall's okay. Hopefully he can play at least one more. This 2025-26 squad of the Stars over in Dinkytown. The Stars now at the power play trying to reach that goose egg here. Just over a minute to go in the third. Pass in front, knocked away by the Skippers, but stolen right back by the Stars. It's Jackson Cook. He'll work his way in now. Cook with the shot denied, and holding on to it, Chase Jurdy. Jackson Cook, 33 goals, 26 assists for 59 points. Would love to add a 60th point here in the next 59 and a half seconds. Let's give Gentry Academy something to cheer about here, being outshot by 40. 51-11.
It's been a tough day for the Stars.
No doubt about that. Out of the zone, here's Johnson for the Skippers. Bulked off his stick in the corner. Grabbed by Hennis. Colin Hennis up the ice. Goes to his right for Nelson. Into the zone comes Gentry Academy now. From one side to the other. Collision there. Puck jarred free. And the Stars come away with it. It's Jackson Cook. He'll go to the back door. One-time shot. And there in time is Jurdy as he uses his right pad to kick it away. And then a miscue on the pass sends the puck all the way back down the ice into the Gentry Academy end with 13 seconds to go. We'll see how much they press it here with time ticking away. It looks like they will put up the white flag here. Minnetonka will move on to semifinal Friday. They beat the Gentry Academy Stars by a score of 5-0 to kick off the Tourney 26. And Danny, we were thinking maybe Gentry would be able to keep this one a little bit closer, but we were, I think, proven wrong by Minnetonka.
Yeah.
This was a team start to finish that just did not give any room to Gentry, took room away, made the adjustments necessary, and really played their opponent very, very well and earned this one, obviously, without a doubt. 51-12 in shots, 5-0 in goals, and that will be an easy ticket punch to Friday night.
Yeah, this was a no-doubter for Minnetonka. I thought it would be closer, but the machine just rolled on Gentry. Grand Rapids or Rosemount, the winner of the next is going to have a tough hill to climb with this Tonka squad.
No doubt about that. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up here, get you set for game number 2 of this one, of this quarterfinal Thursday, Class 2A quarterfinal Thursday, as Grand Rapids and Rosemount in the locker rooms getting ready to come out here, warm up, and take their opportunity on stage to showcase their talents to the state of Minnesota. Again, final score, quarterfinal number 1, Minnetonka 5, Gentry Academy 0. It's the Tourney on FM 96.7 KFAN The Plus, and it's all thanks to James Hardy, the number 1 brand of siding in North America.
You're listening live to high school hockey on KFAN.
Make ring shopping fun. Arthur's Jewelers Wedding Band event March 3rd through 7th with celebratory sips and sparkle.
Wolves fans, it's time to get your tickets to Timberwolves basketball.
From Anthony Edwards doing Anthony Edwards things, to Nas Reed getting the whole arena chanting his name, to Jaden McDaniels putting clamps on anyone in front of him, this is the show you want to see. Add in rivalry nights, theme nights, and giveaways fans line up early for, and every game is a night to remember. So what are you waiting for? Get your tickets now at Timberwolves.com. That's Timberwolves.com. Don't miss a shot, block, or fast break of Timberwolves basketball.
Pronto Heating is hiring service technicians.
Not your everyday run-of-the-mill techs, little brother.
That's right, Wade. We're looking for people that hustle.
Flash fast.
To be the best, you got to know your stuff.
We're constantly learning and training.
So we can repair any furnace or air conditioner out there.
It takes dedication and relentless hard work to be a Pronto tech.
Which is why we'll pay you really well.
Give us a call. Let's talk.
Or apply online
at prontoheat.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
You what it means and who really wins. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search 40s and free agents, and listen now.
Looks around the car. United States with numbers. Blocked across it comes. Jeff Hughes wins it.
Olympic coverage on the Fan was as good as gold.
This is all about our country right now. I love the USA.
Minnesota's home for the best sports audio remains.
I'm so proud to be American today.
KFAN.
The golden goal for the United States for the first time since the 1980 miracle. Takes the goal.
Don't miss another big moment. Listen as they happen live with iHeartRadio and KFAN.
This is the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament on KFAN Plus, FM 96.7, KQQL HD3 Anoka. Now back to the X.
Game one in the books here in St. Paul. It was certainly interesting, especially that third period. The lights went out at one point, but the final score, 5-0, Minnetonka beats Grand Rapids. Shots were 51-12 in favor of
Minnetonka beats Gentry. They have changed the graphics on the scoreboard.
And I just went right with it.
Yeah.
I got Rod Burgundy, the scoreboard.
Yeah, you did.
So Minnetonka beats Gentry 5-0. The Skippers outshot the Stars 51-12. Final thoughts on game one, Danny Ryan.
Tonka, all Tonka in that game.
Yeah.
That was an impressive performance and really stapled why they are the number one seed this year. And so they put a stake in the ground saying, beat us.
They will play the winner of this one coming up. Grand Rapids versus Rosemount. What do you expect from this one, Danny?
I expect this game to be a lot closer than what we just saw. And a mix of the high-flying offense that is Rosemount with more of a defensive style of Grand Rapids. It could be very interesting to see how those two forces match up.
Should be a great one. We'll talk more about this and get you set for that one in just a little bit, about a half hour from puck drop between these two teams. In the meantime, we're going to keep the hockey conversation going and listen back to Wild Weekly, KFAN's Wild Weekly with Kevin Fallness and Brandon Molesky, recapping a great win here in this very building on Tuesday night. The Wild taking on the Golden Knights tomorrow night as well. We'll hear from Kaprizov, Robbie Fabry, the newest Wild player, Bill Guerin as well. Wild Weekly, and then we'll have, of course, game two of this one, Grand Rapids and Rosemount, coming up here on FM 96.7 KFAN, the Plus.
You're listening to the official Minnesota Wild podcast, presented by Acrisure.
We broadcast from the Bell Bank family and employee-owned studios. This is FM 100.3 KFXN, Minneapolis, St. Paul, the Fan.
Welcome to KFAN Wild Weekly. Kevin Fallness with you this week as we recap a fun night last night in St. Paul. Wild conclude a brief two-game homestand, and they get off the schneid. Coming out of the Olympic break, they felt good about themselves. They go to Colorado, and they beat up on the Avalanche. Run that win streak to 6 in a row. basking in the glow of an Olympic gold for 3 in particular, and Boldy, Faber, and Quinn Hughes. But the next 2 that followed that game, not so good. A loss in Utah, followed by a loss to the St. Louis Blues on Sunday to open up that brief 2-game home